So I find myself giving folks demos of Teams quite often, and I figured I would just record one so that anybody can see it. So Teams is a product that we built to help ourselves and other teams manage their on-chain assets. So think Mercury, but fully on-chain, fully self-sovereign, self-custodial. So for us, this is where we keep all of our on-chain assets. We have about $575,000 sitting here. Most of that is sitting in our primary account, which we have resolved to splits.eth. We hold tokens on a bunch of different networks in a handful of different balances. Then for operating kind of day-to-day expenses, we keep most of this in an operating account. This is going to be one of probably 7 or 8 multi-sig at this point. This is going to be the primaries of 2 of 3. And then we have a number of different kind of sub-accounts for very specific purposes. So this week in Farcaster is an account that's associated with an ENS name, and this ENS name and Farcaster handle is associated with some content and kind of like a newsletter that we're producing. And so you can see who the signers are on this. You can see what network it's active on. If I want to go and change the signers, I could do that very easily. And those signers are going to be a function of the team members and their passkeys. So in our accounts, you can see I'm one of the owners of this workspace, and we have a number of different people on the team. Each person has passkeys associated with their accounts, and those passkeys can sign transactions. So you can very easily turn on and off networks, and so this will keep these accounts, all of these 5 accounts, it will keep all the signers in state, in sync across the different networks, whichever ones you've activated. We have a whole spam kind of token filtering thing, and then we're also rolling out on and off ramps. So I'm going to jump over to a demo team. So this is one that I just used to kind of like do some product demos and testing. And so let me create a new account. We'll just say quick demo video. I will make let's do my Chrome profile. I'll make that as a signer. Maybe I'll add Will's iCloud keychain as well, and just make this a 1 of 2. I'll hit create account. And so now you can see this account is brand new, got a new address. It is totally separate from primary. And so if I want to, let's go ahead and actually, let's look at this real quick. So we have USDC on base. We have $500 worth, and we have some chaos tokens. It's an ERC20 that we're currently not fetching price for. So say we want to send this new quick demo video. Say we need ETH on Optimism for something. So what we can do, we can send to the quick demo video account. I could also say, send to W, that's Will's Farcaster handle, and I could send directly to him. I can add Will as a contact if I want. But let's actually send it to the demo video account, not Will. And let's say we're going to send $10 worth of ETH on Optimism. We don't have ETH on Optimism, but we do have USDC on base. So I can sell that USDC on base, fund new account, ETH on Optimism. I can select that USDC on base. That balance will automatically be swapped into ETH and bridged onto Optimism, and then sent, and I can hit execute. And this will prompt me for my passkey. So hopefully that shows up. I sign with that. And so that is submitting that on-chain transaction, right? I'm in an incognito window. I don't have any wallet connected. It just works behind the scenes. And this is still fully, self-custodial. We're never taking control of those assets. And so if I go back to the dashboard, you should see in just 1 second that this balance itself hasn't changed. It's still going to be the 527. Well, that is taking a second. Anyways, okay, it'll still remain as the 527 because all I did was just transferred assets from one account to the other. So if I go back in the quick demo video, I can see that I have ETH on Optimism. And remember, I never actually held ETH on Optimism in this primary account. I only held USDC on base. So it's things like that that we're just making a little bit easier for teams to be able to do. Let's see. We have some pretty fun stuff coming out. So actually, if we check out the operating account, been playing around with how do you more natively earn yield with these assets that are sitting here. That would be a nice feature that a lot of people have talked about, and we think we can make that experience as seamless as the swapping and bridging. And instead of having it live outside of your account, it can just kind of like exist within your account. And it's just a much better experience. So that's a quick overview of the Teams product.